Hi there, welcome to my presentation entitled Why the Hype? My name is Rich Weller. This presentation is going to take a look at why project management is impacting the business world. It seems to be, no matter what article you pick up or what magazine you pick up or newspaper, journal, online, everyone's talking about project management. And just want to say a few words about, from my perspective, why it is so popular. I have a great deal of experience within the business world as well as the project management world. So I want to share with you some things today that you might find interesting. I'd like to start off taking a look at a couple of business management processes, and no matter what organization you're in, I'm sure you'll see that these processes are at play. The first one that we've got here is plan, organize, lead, and motivate and control. Also, if you pick up any textbook dealing with business management, you'll find this business management process called out, and this is the theory that's taught within our schools and universities. The next process is based upon your mission statement. It's where it all originates. Every company, no matter how large or small, whether formally documented or informally, every company is has a particular mission. And from that mission, they actually can, if they do it formally, develop a vision statement. And that vision statement says where they want to go or where they want to take the organization in the future. Between the vision and mission statement, the senior management works to establish goals for themselves and other individuals within the organization, and then from them goals they're able to develop more specific objectives. So again, these are two processes that currently go on within the business management world, or within the business world today, and these are the two kind of theories that are taught within our universities. It's kind of some ground rules within the business management side of the house. So the next thing I'd like to talk about is years ago, as I was studying and being taught about business management, organizations had a traditional structure in which they were very stable, hierarchy as far as organizational structure, reporting up through the chain of command. Jobs were pretty secure and permanent. But today things operate a little bit differently, and businesses have morphed or changed, adapted to be much quicker in order to complete their work and get things to market and so forth. And because of that, I say a paradigm shift has actually taken place, and we're now dealing with a new organization in which companies are very dynamic and flexible and very team oriented, also very diverse workforce. And those what used to be very tall organization structure now has become very flat, and I believe the latest term is for that flatness in organizational structure is coined the learning organization. And so this is where many organizations have moved to in order to be more flexible and get their products out the door faster. So because things have changed, companies have found that have adopted project management principles and disciplines. They've found these project management practices to help. It helps facilitate this new organization structure. So with that, I'd like to talk just briefly about where project management is needed, and to be quite honest, it's needed or could be used in any organization, whether small or large, profit or non-profit, or within any department within an organization. You'll find project projects ongoing, whether it's IT, human resources, or marketing. You'll find various projects within those departments that are ongoing every day. And project management is also used at all levels of the organization. At the lower levels, it's the phrase that's used is project management. As you go up to the mid-level organization chart, mid-level management, you might be talking more about program management, and that's just nothing more than project management for multiple projects that are related, and that's program management. And then as you move on up to the senior management level, project management is also used there, but the phrase that's kind of tied to it is portfolio management, or I prefer to think of it as enterprise portfolio management, and that's the project management principles that senior management uses to guide the organization and keep their thumb on the pulse of the organization. So with that being said, I'd like to just go now to this triangle. If any of you have experience in project management, you've probably seen this triangle before. I've seen many versions of this what I call the iron triangle, and I'll share with you today what I believe the version should be, the version that should be used. In each side of the triangle, you've got cost, time, and scope. And how this works is, if there's a change in the cost of the project, it impacts one, if not the other two sides of the triangle, time or scope. So no matter how big your project is or how small, these three factors are at play. And again, adjusting one requires adjustment of one of the other two, if not both of them. So the next picture I've got here is, I say there's something on the top of this, or that has to be balanced. If we think of this triangle as a three-legged table, there's something setting on the top of this that we have to maintain balance, and we can't let fall off, and I call that quality. That always has to be monitored and to ensure that we're delivering the quality product that the team set out to deliver. And you'll see three triangles that are left here, and I consider these three triangles to be the people, process, and tools to support the project. And again, just about any project that you could imagine has all of these factors in play. Okay? So the next slide we'll take a look at here is I'll add some more variables to the mix, and we mix in where we add in risk, communication, procurement, and resource management. And these are some things that, as your projects get a little larger, that you need to, as the project manager, start thinking about these things and managing these things, as well as the cost, time, and scope and quality. So the next thing I'd like to talk about is or add to the mix is professional responsibility. And this is with the situations that we've had over the last few years with like Enron and those types of organizations, and where we've kind of had some problems with the individuals within the organization. Professional responsibility needs to be pulled in and considered within the project. So the next thing I'd like to toss into this mix is the category called integration. And integration is what pulls all of the stuff together: the time, the scope, cost, risk, communications, quality, so on. Everything you see here, integration ties all of that together. And so now, if I ask you, if I were to ask, what is this collection of things, that these categories that you see on the screen, the answer is they're all knowledge areas that are contained within the Project Management Institute's PMBOK. and they're all areas that would need to be studied in order to take and pass the PMP, the Project Management Professional exam. So the last slide that I want to show you here is this circle, which is all-encompassing. And folks, this is what I consider to be project management. So I'll just leave this slide up for a second, let you take a look at it. It's just my view of how project management all fits together.